I'm now going to talk you through setting up your Ramblegard for the first time when it arrives. First we'll look at the pad and then we'll look at the MOTIONGARD sensor. So here are the contents of the box. You've got the pad, and inside the pouch the transmitter. Then you've got the wall unit, the batteries and the screwdriver. So the first thing to do is to insert the batteries in the wall unit. You'll see the lights will come on, and then we're going to turn the transmitter on, and the light will flash green now when I apply pressure to the pad, and then solid green when I release the pad. So now pop the cover back on the batteries and screw that up, and then insert the transmitter into the pouch. Secure that, and we're now ready to go. We'll just test it once more. A little green flash and release a solid light. One of the things you'll need to make sure of is if you are not using a cool cord, it's very important to make sure the cool cord button is switched off. Now we're going to set up the MOTIONGARD for the first time. Again, it will arrive pre-programmed. So here are the pack contents. The AA batteries are for the motion sensor, the AAA are for the wall unit, and first of all we're going to insert the batteries into the wall unit. And now we're going to insert the batteries into the motion sensor. As soon as you've inserted the batteries into the motion sensor, the wall unit will detect the motion and you'll get a green light. Once the green light has gone out, you simply pass your hand in front of the motion sensor to test it again, and you'll get another green light like that. Simply replace the cover on the motion sensor, making sure you put the screw in underneath. It's now ready to be tested and mounted in the best position. Here are a couple of pieces of advice for setting up MOTIONGARD for the first time. First of all, test it carefully using it on the freestanding bracket. Make sure it works properly before you use the adhesive pads or the screws to fix it in place. Secondly, make sure it's not facing an open window, because this may cause false alarms with things like curtains blowing in the wind or a tree outside. Make sure it's not facing into an open corridor, because passers-by will also trigger an alarm. If it's necessary for the nursing or care staff to cross the beam to exit the room, they can do so without setting off by using the pause or reset button on the top of the wall monitor. Before exiting the room, press the reset button until the green light flashes. Whilst the green light is flashing, the MOTIONGARD is disabled. It will automatically rearm itself. As you can see now, I'm passing my hand in front of the beam and it's not setting it off. If I press the reset button again, that cancels the pause and it now detects movement. This just gives the staff a couple of minutes to finish and exit the room without setting off the alarm. I'll now show you how to add a second pad onto a wall monitor. The wall monitor can take up to 3 pads, so this is very useful, adding additional pads to it. First of all, make sure the transmitter is switched to off. Underneath the wall unit is a little program button. You need to press that until we get 2 solid lights and release. Now take the pad that you wish to add and switch the transmitter on, and this will now flash green, and squeeze the pad and release, and that pad is now being detected. I'll now show you how to clear the memory on your wall unit. This is useful if pads and monitors have all got mixed up and you need to start programming them from scratch again. Press the program button underneath and hold. The lights will go through various sequences, but you need to hold it for at least 15 seconds. When the lights are solid again, you can release. This monitor has now got no pads in its memory, and to start again we press the program button until the lights are solid. I'm now going to reach for an additional pad and I will switch on the transmitter. That is now programmed in. I'm now going to test it by squeezing and releasing, and that green light indicates that it's sending a signal to the nurse call system.